I'm doing it again. I am going live for the second part of my reading. What I do here for my tarot readings is I go on TikTok and use that app to record the tarot readings. I use it to take photos as well. It's just like kind of like it makes things look better. And so I've recorded on TikTok. It records for 10 minutes at a time. So I've recorded the beginning of this reading in 2 different videos thus far. And now I just felt like I wanted to go live for the last part of it. I understand that it's quite early and that most people aren't going to probably tune in, but that's not really the point. I just feel like this is what kind of needs to happen for me to continue this message, really. Also, maybe I'm just taking you down a rabbit hole. Maybe I want you to view on TikTok and then I want you to just try to find the end of it and it's in a different video on YouTube. I'm not that, oh, my back is killing me. All right, guys, listen, I'm going to tell you what I've been talking to you about so far. I'm going to go over the message really quickly. We're entering a higher timeline. We're setting down deeper roots with our soul family, meaning people who are of the same energetic match to us, okay? In the past here, it seems like there was a situation where we were becoming more and more aware of the false attachments and codependence, the things that we believed in as far as relationships goes, codependency, jealousy, anger, whatever, the lower frequency emotions and stuff like that. We were starting to come out of it and of the coma of it and starting to wake up to the fact that it was no longer serving our highest good or serving anyone's highest good, really. So in the present, we have the Ace of Wands clarified by the Death card. New, brand new perspectives, new information, new intuitive downloads, new everything, along with this completion of something, this transition. You know, death is a transition. It's not just the end, it's the beginning as well. Now here in the lesson, we have the Four of Swords in reverse, clarified by the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, the Six of Pentacles, which is clarified by the Six of Pentacles, just to verify that message, which is that I feel like the universe and its divinely orchestrated symphony kind of put you into a lull in some aspect of your life, some exhaustion somewhere, some depletion, some like just a chaotic place, whatever the case may be, whatever aspect of your life that you can relate it to. It was bringing you to that place so that you could wake up to realize that it was there's something behind the scenes that wasn't working out for you and that needed to come to light. Now the challenge here in understanding that's why it happened is, are you going to feel like stuck in the past? Are you going to be like, okay, well, this happened, but like, why did this have to happen? And like, are you gonna basically keep feeling like a victim? You keep feeling like you're an outsider, keep feeling like you're left out in the cold from God, from the universe, from the greater forces that are and that will be? Or are you going to kind of move into the move along with the current in the situation? Okay, so as far as the power that you have in this situation that you may or may not realize, we have the Fool in reverse. Here I feel like what we're talking about is, if you're trying to get to your power here in this situation, lean on the fact that you may or may not be completely free of what is going on in the past, because this Fool upright is a visionary. This person is moving from intuition alone. It's leaving its comfort zone, carrying very few items along with it. In reverse, this person is going to do that, but they still feel a part of them is stuck in the past. They're not really quite sure. There's no new blank slate. There's just something still attached. So we want to walk away with a sense of completion. Now, the reason why this is in your power here, 444 on the timer, is because we have it's clarified by the Justice card. This means that no matter which way you lean into it, if you get a little bit too intense with the regret, if you get a little bit too ahead of yourself even, you're going to be brought out of this situation and transformed from this death in a beautiful way, because you have put the energy and the time into it. Okay, so in the near future, as the energy reads, we have the Queen of Cups. So I feel like what's actually going to happen, and this is so fucking beautiful, is that you, as you move into this higher timeline, as you go into making deeper roots with your energetic matches and your symmetrical others, you're going to really become more emotionally intelligent. You're going to become more emotionally aware of the relationships that you're having with other people, and especially with yourself. Okay, so we were just moving on to this part about the influences, and as funny as it is, it's not funny really, but the influences as you move into this Queen of Cups energy, being a leader, being a pioneer, being a visionary of love itself, we have influences around you, the Ace of Cups in reverse, which is telling me that as you move into this higher timeline, you're going to be naturally tried to be brought down by others who are not showing up in the way that is an energetic match for you. But you have to realize here that that's just naturally what people do when they see others rise up. That's just what happens. Hello. Why is this Ace of Cups in reverse here? The devil. You can't make this shit up. I swear to God. The old energy that you were in is going to revisit you as if it's meant to be you, but you have moved past that, and you need to remember that. So if other things that are trying to mimic you are showing up now that you've moved past them, do not get trapped into that cycle, to that insanity, to that hellish kind of self-imposed prisoner state. Remix. Okay, that's the second time we have well, it's the third time we have a clarification so far. So this message is really powerful. Now, this is where I left off. Hope that was a cool recap for you guys. Where I left off, that beginning of that video where I explained that in the pace that I was explaining it before is in a separate video. But now, let's get to the present. Now, we are at where to go to for support. And this is really cool, guys. We have the Two of Cups in reverse. This energy just keeps repeating itself and keeps telling me the same thing over and over again. And it's such a cool message. And I'm going to try and exhaust myself to explain it in every single aspect that I possibly can, so it reaches everyone that watches this message. Radical relational revolution. That's going to be what I'm going to call it from now on. Radical relational revolution. Okay. So like, what's the difference between like a revolution and evolution? I don't know. Like evolution kind of happens slower than a revolution, right? I don't know. And a revolution is brought on by a little bit of time and energy put into wanting things to change and believing in things that things can change, right? So where to go to for support? Why were things not working out between you and your relationships in your life in the past? Why? Why did the divine and time and love and God, whatever, put you in a situation where you were forced to open your eyes? You know what I mean? You need to look at these things. Let's see what the Two of Cups is clarified by. Oh, 2 cards came out. Wow, this is so funny. Oh my gosh. So this Two of Cups is clarified by the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups and the 10 of Cups. Whatever you thought was your happily ever after in the past, whatever you thought, however you thought your emotional things were like fulfilled in whatever kind of probably slightly delusional way that like we all think they are sometimes, look at where things go wrong. Look at where there's hiccups. Always look at the repeating cycles, and that's going to tell you a lot about this. All right. So we're moving on to the last bit of the energy here. The last card is about Spirit's advice on how to become the best energetic match to that which you desire to make the best outcome of all of this, okay? And this is a very powerful, it's a slightly repetitive, like I said, but we have to get to the root of it and get to the point. We have the 7 of Cups, Spirit's advice. ahead of you in your life right now, in the present moment, you may be feeling like what's ahead of you, although you've reached this higher timeline, although you have reached a higher perspective about things, what is ahead of you, you are not quite sure which is real and which is imaginary, what's feasible and what's not. But I want to tell you something. I was talking with Sam the other day, and I think I mentioned this earlier, but I'm just going to repeat it. Sam was asking me about if Sam was asking me about my ChatGPT, was asking me about if I believed that you needed validation and other people's perspective agreeing with you to believe in something. And I said, hell no, you do not need that. Inventors invent things that are not in society. They're not of earth yet. And they have this vision and they see them and they have their relationship with the vision. They have their relationship with being a pioneer, with being a visionary. And they create things that now society does use and things like that. So if you want to become the best energetic match to that which you desire, you have to release the doubt. You have to become more confident, more sovereign, more compassionate, more devoted to what you believe in. Okay? So thank you. If you guys enjoyed this at all, I'm going to tell you one thing really quick. I think that most of the tarot out there right now is absolute garbage. And I think that's part of the reason why I only get a few views. I don't like to, I've tried to get more views and stuff like that, but I actually have always been into filmmaking, and I've been into creative expression with video far before, well, I'm older now. I'm old. But far before like the internet was a thing and stuff like that. So if you're resonating with this message, I'm just saying that that's really cool, and you should just maybe check out some of the other videos if you want to get a better idea of what's going on for you, because I'm not going to be one who's going to bullshit you at all. So all right, I don't want you to like and subscribe. I don't care what you do, honestly. I love reading the cards, and I want the earth to change. So, all right, guys, I will probably come on soon again, I guess. I love you. Bye.